Hi Cancerians, Happy New Year. Welcome to your monthly reading for January 2024. Thank you very much to everyone who likes, shares, comments on the videos, subscribes to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the description box. So these are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. We're going to start off with a message from goddesses, gods and guardians. And the messages are for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising as well. So first of all, let's look at your main theme, main message for January 2024. What do Cancerians, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising need to know? So for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising, what do you need to know? Nope, too many. Let's try that again. What does Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising need to know for 2024? Anything at all. So you're the third reading I'm doing today, and every reading I've done so far, the oracle cards have struggled to come out. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, there we go. But yeah, but every time I've started a reading, yeah, same thing. I knew you were going to get this one, Asclepios Sacred Medicine. Don't ask me how. I think when I was shuffling the cards, it peeked out and I thought, and I just kept on thinking about that. So Asclepios Sacred Medicine. So let's see. Let's get you tarot cards out first of all, and then we'll see what that says. So I believe there can be a healing element to that card. So let's again get your theme from the tarot first of all. The moon, your card, Cancer. Right, so that's there. Let's look at your energy specifically. And at the time you're watching this, yeah, we'll have had the full moon in Cancer already, won't we? So your energy, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Any external or surrounding energies? Two of Cups. Whoa, you've got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. Right, that's interesting. And then you've got the Two of Cups there. I mean, with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups, I mean, both, individually, these cards can be very much about a sense of understanding, like shared understanding with others. I mean, the Two of Cups, I know we often look at the romantic, well, I don't, but I know that it's often seen as romantic, but there is a concept of understanding, shared understanding, understanding each other's emotions in that, whether it is romantic or not. And then the Queen of Swords is understanding in her highest vibration, if you want to put it that way, because she has her truth and she's willing to hear other people's truth as well. So let's look at the past energies around this. No, too many. There's like 4 cards there. Past energies, please. I am getting, there may be strong, I mean, Cancer can be considered to be quite empathic anyway, but with all this talk of understanding and stuff, the empath thing might be quite relevant for you in January. Anything for the past energies, please. You have the Two of Wands and the Hanged Man. Current energies, please. The Empress, I mean, she's very nurturing, if nothing else. That is like the motherly energy as well. I mean, the moon is connected to divine feminine energy, and then you've got the Empress, which is the mother, isn't she, of the tarot? Let's look at potential future energies. So that whole empath thing, let's try that again because there's too many there. Empath thing could be a big deal for real. Potential future, please. Nope, I've mixed all the cards up now, haven't I? Just bear with me a minute. I don't know if you're going to find that people are coming to you for advice a lot in January. That's something that's coming to mind here. Why are the cards all mixed up? Very, very mixed up. Might be people that are quite mixed up in their own minds coming to you for advice. Yeah, we keep getting mixed up. Right, potential future energy. Potential future energy. You have the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. Let's put that back. And one more for your guidance for January 2024. I knew she was going to show up. I thought she'd show up a lot sooner. I thought she'd probably be in where the Empress is. But yeah, Queen of Cups, that's the empath energy. Again, mother energy, but yeah, the empath type energy. Right, let's see what happens with this. So sacred medicine, let's look at this from the book first of all. So Asclepios, support for your health is coming. Be a medical innovator. Asclepios was the greatest healer of the ancient world. As a baby, he glowed with a halo of golden light. By the age of 6, Asclepios could name every medicinal plant and understood basic anatomy. Mentored by Chiron, the centaur, which is also, he's a wounded healer, known to be the wounded healer in astrology, which is something that you could be actually. He matured into a consummate physician, surgeon, and pioneer of scientific medicine. His vast sanctuary at Epidurus, God, it's making me think of epidurals, Epidurus comprised a sports stadium, theatre, baths, a dream temple, and a hospital. Asclepios believed that the injured and infirm needed medical treatments in combination with exercise, music, dance, and story. His priests would record patients' dreams and use the information to prescribe a cure. The serpent-entwined rod of Asclepios is a symbol for numerous medical institutions today. The Greek god of medicine, rejuvenation, and healing comes into your life today to offer a dose of positive energy for your well-being. If you're dealing with an illness, injury, or ailment, Asclepios understands your struggle and suffering. He knows the anxiety, depression, and frustration that can accompany long and short-term health problems. Asclepios leads you into his sun-filled sanctuary garden full of medicinal plants. I'm here to take care of you. Trust that you're in good hands. You're safe in your body. I watch over the medical profession and can guide you to the right doctors and treatments. Invoke me before surgeries or consultations, and I'll work my light through your practitioners. Healing from illness is never purely physical. There are always emotional, psychological, and spiritual elements. Asclepios was a master at blending scientific and holistic methods. He's presently guiding medical professionals and researchers to combine traditional and complementary practices. Could you be part of this new era of sacred medicine? Additional meanings are your divine life purpose is in the medical profession, work with integrative medicine, conventional treatments combined with complementary therapies for yourself or as a practitioner. And also, illness is sometimes a sign of a life that needs rerouting. Be honest with yourself about what you'd like to change. The invocation says, I take responsibility for my health. I heal my mind, spirit, and body. Okay, so I'm just looking at the cards. The one thing I would say with the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles being here is a bit of a heads up to take care of yourself in advance. So you might be perfectly fine right now, but like if you're already looking after yourself, keep it up. If you feel you could do better in terms of looking after your health, definitely do better, because of the way the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles are, that without trying to scare anyone, there is the potential, because it's in the future position, for future health issues. And that message could just be for one person, but there is the potential for that. And I often say that the Empress as well, it can be for me an energy of self-care too. So, you know, look after yourself. Prevention is better than cure. Where it spoke of like depression and stuff like that, I mean, the moon, the moon can could potentially have a connection to stuff like that. You know, when you repress emotions or stress or whatever, and then it just it comes back to, it catches up with you, doesn't it? That whole the body keeps score thing. So bear that in mind as well. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into the tarot cards. Let's get into the tarot cards. So the moon, first of all. Let's look at the moon. Let's look at the moon card. So why is that there for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising, please? Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising, why is the moon there for you? You have the Ace of Pentacles and the World. Five of Cups. There really could be some hidden or repressed or suppressed emotions there that it might be an opportunity now to kind of look at those, address those, and kind of have a new start with those, with the cards that have come up so far. Because the Ace of Pentacles, it's an opportunity, but it can be an opportunity for anything. Yeah, we often look at it like, oh, it means you're going to get money or a job or something, but it's an opportunity, can be an opportunity for anything, literally. It could be a job if, as the Oracle card said, it's something involving healthcare, because Pentacles can be connected to health as well. Somebody could have an opportunity to become some sort of counselor or something. I mean, the Five of Cups is clearly someone who's distressed. If it's not you, it could be other people. You've got the King of Swords there who can be known to be an advisor. Excuse me. I'm trying to think if the King of Swords can be known as a doctor. I know that the King of Cups can be known to be like a counselor, like a psychologist or something. But I'm thinking, can the King of Swords be known as a doctor? I kind of feel like he can, to be honest. So someone really could be doing something in the medical field where it's an opportunity now to explore that side of yourself and what you have to offer in that sense. If it's not just literally about looking within you to address any issues and have any beginning there. We've got the Four of Wands, yeah, because there's like, there can be a foundation, a new foundation here, or building up on a foundation. Let's get one more for that. Right. So that, I mean, that could be right, it's the Four of Pentacles. It wouldn't be the suppressed emotions themselves, the Four of Pentacles, if there is something about, like, you have hidden emotions or something that it's an opportunity to address or to deal with. However, if you do have suppressed emotions, it can hold you back. And this is, I mean, the Six of Cups isn't here, but that Four of Pentacles is almost making me think of holding on to the past in a weird way. What's on the bottom of the deck? Queen of Pentacles. Or there may be old values you have, because the Four of Pentacles can be values. There may be old values you have that you need to kind of loosen the reins on a little bit. Or, I mean, it could be in terms of looking after your health with the Four of Pentacles as well, because as I said, Pentacles are health, and that Four of Pentacles, although it can be where you hold on to something too tightly that you should let go of, or you're holding your cards close to your chest, it's also a protective energy. So some messages come up sometimes and you really don't want to have to say things, but I've already said take care of yourself. Because of the way he's holding the pentacles to his chest, yeah, just say, like, watch out for respiratory sort of, and I've already said I don't do, like, if someone came to me and said wanted to pay me to do a health reading, I wouldn't do it, because I just think I've said some certain things are too fragile to use tarot and oracle cards for. But if a message comes up and it's like a sort of heads up thing, I will say it. Yeah, respiratory issues. Yeah, some weird stuff is coming in. Heart, looking after your heart as well. Ribs is coming to mind, and I know that's a really weird one. But I do know if somebody, I worked with a girl, and she was young, in her 20s, and she broke her rib. She it wasn't like nothing severe happened. It was just a broken rib, and she was off work for a couple of months, but she was playing with her niece, and I think she fell over and somehow broke her rib. Very painful. But yeah, be careful of your ribs, lungs, heart, chest infections, that sort of thing. Like, for example, if you have a chest infection and you feel like it's taking too long to go away, don't sort of sit and suffer, go to your doctor. I don't want to scare people, but yeah, that kind of came up. So let me just clarify that Four of Pentacles, actually. Yeah, as I say, if it's just like a message to say, look after yourself or get checked out or something, I'll give that. But a specific health-related reading, no chance, not doing it. Because it's, certain things we shouldn't be messing with. Well, that's just my thoughts. We have the Emperor. Yep, okay, I was asking mentally, yes, no. We've got the Emperor, Justice, the Hanged Man. Right, so if it's not health, well, it could be health related, but putting aside the whole look after yourself, which, yes, that's still relevant, but other meanings for this here with that Four of Pentacles at the end, yes, it could be that you're holding on to something, whether it is old beliefs, old ways of doing things, because the Emperor can be known to be a bit stubborn sometimes, and it can be where, you've got the Hanged Man here, which can be about looking at different perspectives. There might be a better way with the Justice card. I'm getting there might be a better way for you to do things, or something that's more advantageous to you, where you need to change your perspective and loosen the reins on something a bit. So we've got a mixed bag of messages with that Moon card. As I say, it speaks of hidden depth. So whether it is that you're going to become do some sort of counseling and assist someone else to open up or to address hidden emotions, or it's something that you have to do for yourself. It's like there's an opportunity to do that in January, and it can lead to a new beginning. It may bring up some painful stuff with the Five of Cups, but it can kind of establish a better foundation. And as I say, you got to look. It's just a case of you need to look after yourself. That might just be a little message on its own, or it's needing to let go of something to make things better for yourself. So that was a weird bunch of messages, but sometimes certain things come through, and not just your physical health as well. Look after your psychological, mental, and spiritual health too. Those should all be practices, daily practices anyway. It shouldn't get to a point where you get sick before you're like, oh, I need to look after myself. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but we should be doing the best we can to look after ourselves mentally, spiritually, and physically all of the time if possible, if we can. So Knight of Pentacles and King of Swords is your energy specifically. One energy that's coming in, did it say in here about learning? I think it did actually. Learning energies. So again, if somebody's trying to become a counselor or a psychologist, or could even, I don't know, the King of Swords is usually about authority, but it could be because it's knowledge. It's authority, but it's knowledge as well. Somebody really could be studying and learning something that can help them in terms of some sort of health related path. Does it say it? Your divine life purpose is in the medical professional. It talks about complementary therapies and working in combination with conventional medicine. Bear with me one moment, please. Right, sorry about that. And also, as I've already said, the looking after yourself thing. Illness is sometimes a sign of a life that needs rerouting. Be honest with yourself. So where that Four of Pentacles came up, in terms of letting go of something, sometimes it can be that you're pushing yourself too hard, or you're doing too much or something like that, and it's just like you need to kind of let that old way of doing like say if you in your early 20s you can do all sorts of shit like burn the candles at both ends and all that sort of stuff, and you cope, and then when you get closer to my age, like middle age, it's like, no, I want to be in bed by like 8 o'clock. Which is the truth. I do want to be in bed by 8 o'clock. I'm not saying I want to be asleep at 8 o'clock, but come 8 o'clock, I don't want to be working at 8 o'clock and catching up on stuff. But anyway, yeah, so bear that in mind as well. You might need to let go of your old patterns and the old way of doing things in that sense. But anyway, we're on the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So I said learning, because the Knight of Pentacles can be an apprentice, the King of Swords, it can be a teacher, it can be authority. So this could be someone teaching, well, it's your energy actually. So would you could be going into that energy of King of Swords, whether it is simply that you have more knowledge about something or you become an authority figure. And I'm convinced that King of Swords can be a doctor or a surgeon. I think a surgeon is closer to it, but doctor, surgeon, you know, it's connected. So what do we need to know about that Knight of Pentacles? Could be taking the steps to learn something in general, even if it's not about the medical profession. It could be learning something about yourself. I mean, as I said with the moon card, it can be hidden emotions, and I said something may come up in January that you need to look at. So it could be learning something about your hidden emotions, maybe how to handle them. To be honest, if you have anything that you haven't been able to deal with before, you might be learning how to handle that. We've got the Page of Cups there. I mean, I often say the Page of Cups kind of speaks of inner child energy, doesn't it? It's vulnerability. What is this? Queen of Swords. I don't know if this was up or down now. I feel like she was meant to be up because she kind of flipped on my lap. And that would be where you gain that maturity and you learn. There's a lot of swords court cards here, aren't there? Well, the king and queens anyway. Again, she's matured. She learns from her life experiences, doesn't she? So if she has, which they often speak of her, she's been through a rough time, blah, blah, blah. And she learns from that and has her truth from that. So if there is any like digging into the whole inner child psychology type stuff to do with you, it's like you could be doing that and kind of learning truths from that. As I say, if it's that you're studying something and learning something in particular, then it's part of that is where the Queen of Swords comes in, because she can be kind of, I mean, I know they say the King of Swords is more of an advisor, but I consider the Queen of Swords to be an advisor too, or at least she's someone that would listen. So for me, I feel like the King of Swords would be more like a medical doctor, and the Queen of Swords would probably be more like a psychologist, and that's just my take on it. Tarot books might say something slightly different, but that's just the feeling that I get. So, like the Eight of Swords, the Hanged Man. You really could be changing your perspective about repressed emotions if this is just about you. Again, there is still that element of learning how to help other people deal with certain health or psychological issues as well. Let's get one more. Because the Eight of Swords, it's things that hold you back, isn't it? It's old stories, burdens with the Ten of Wands. You've got the Temperance card, and that's where you'd want to restore happiness and be happy. Did I say restore happiness? I meant restore harmony if I said that, and be happy again. So both ways. If it's not you advising someone else, it's that you're doing this within you, or learning to advise other people to help them deal with their issues. It's you. And there could be a spiritual aspect to it as well. It could be that the whole learning and advisory stuff is spiritual related. I mean, I know the swords aren't often connected to spirituality in that way. That would usually be like the Queen or King of Cups that would be connected to that stuff, but why not? So let's put these on top of that Knight of Pentacles. So strong learning energy, whether it is just about yourself or assisting others to do that. Let's look at the external energies. Queen of Swords, Two of Cups, and I said strong energies of understanding there. So this is an external energy. Is there someone in your life that is assisting you or advising you or listening to your story and providing you with a sense of understanding, whether it is literally like a counselor or something, or a complementary therapist, a spiritual therapist, again, it could be I don't know why I'm getting a doctor type energy from that Queen of Swords, but with the Two of Cups, it would be a sympathetic doctor, because I know not all doctors are sympathetic. I've already explained the story multiple times about my son in chickenpox and how the doctor was wrong, gave a wrong diagnosis, told me, nope, it's not that, and it was. But this would be a sympathetic, very sympathetic Queen of Swords. And not to say she can't be sympathetic, but with the Two of Cups, that is a really sympathetic Queen of Swords. So this could be a person, whether it is a family member, friend, or a professional person. Let's have a look. Queen of Swords. Again, that could be what you have to offer others. And I know it's an external or surrounding energy. It could be that you're being pushed to step into this particular role. And that's why it's been reiterated so many times. You got the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, this is interesting. This is really, I keep saying dual messages. I need to get used to the fact that dual message is a thing in my message now. So with the Eight of Pentacles, again, it could be you working on becoming this energy, that Queen of Swords, Two of Cups combination, and offering it out to others. Or it could be that, again, you are working on yourself and you are in receipt of advice and support to do that, whether it is professional or just a friend or whatever. Okay, so the Two of Swords, wow, I love that. This is really interesting. The Three of Swords and the Magician, to me, together, it suggests like where you work through pain. Again, whether it is you working through your own pain or helping someone else or others to work through their pain. Because clearly the Three of Swords is pain. And then you've got the Magician, and it's like he learns and he hones his skills and he's very capable. So it's learning to deal with that. And then you've got the Sun at the end there. It's illumination. It's bringing things to light. I guess so that you can move forward. Let's clarify the Sun on its own for a minute. Yeah, I like that. It's justice that, no, justice isn't there, but okay. So we've got the Page of Wands. I mean, that is where that can be exploring parts of your identity, learning something about your identity. Either way, there's kind of like it's kind of like a fresh start there with that, isn't it, in a way? Maybe just in a particular area of your life. You've got the Four of Swords, which is connected to healing. You've got the Emperor, which is connected to authority. So either way, whoever is sort of learning to deal with past pain, if that's what's coming up here for you, could be a grief counsellor involved here as well. Grief counselling could be involved here as well, to be honest. Yeah, whoever's addressing pain, it's like it gives you an opportunity to sort of overcome, to illuminate the shadows, to overcome everything, to be vulnerable, to kind of heal, and to kind of step back into your power again. Okay, this is an interesting read. So let's look at that past energy. I mean, that with that Two of Wands there, that for me, one of the ways you could look at that, or I would look at it, is it's almost like, say if you knew that you needed to heal something in your life, or recover something, or recover from something, or overcome something. It's where you make that decision. Like say if you struggled with a particular thing in life, with a particular pain or incident, and it's like, right, you know what, I want counselling, I think I'm going to go for counselling. That would be that decision. Because the Two of Wands, it's where you make the choice. And the Hanged Man, it is spiritual development. It's different perspectives, isn't it? So it's like you've made a choice that you want to look at all the perspectives and different perspectives and develop. And again, I still stand by what I said. This could be that you're doing it for yourself, or you are becoming that for someone else or for other people. And it could even be that you're just a friend. If you're the advisor, it could even be that maybe you're not going into a medical profession. It's just that you're a friend who's able to offer that to someone. So the Two of Wands and the Hanged Man. We've got the Chariot. I mean, that's about progression, isn't it? It's about helping to kind of gain your power back, your sense of empowerment back, or you helping someone to do that so that you can move forward and move on. Yep, I mean, Nine of Swords in reverse, it's overcoming that, isn't it? Overcoming stress, anxiety, worry, potentially depression as well. Overcoming those sorts of things. So as you've got the self-care, self-love card, and it's also exploration of, it's looking into those deep emotions, isn't it? The Five of Pentacles, I mean, that would be the painful things that you would want to address or help someone address. Excuse me. And then the Seven of Cups there, that's the different perspectives. I mean, it's about its emotions, isn't it? I mean, we often talk about its opportunities and options and stuff, but it's how you feel as well. The perspectives of how you feel about different things, whether it's different opportunities in your life, different things that have happened in your life, but it's emotion based with the cups. So let's put this away. Let's look at the Empress. So that is a very nurturing. So one side of it is not one side. She's very nurturing, so she can offer that to others. And this is whether you're a man or a woman. And also, what was I going to say? She knows how to look after herself, how to care for herself as well. She knows all about self-care. There's something else that came to mind and it's gone. Oh no, that's gone. That's peed me off now. That's gone. Right, Empress. I mean, nurturing is number one, but there was something else that came in there and it's gone. Empress, why is she there, please? So you can be that for yourself and you'd support. Three of Cups. You can be that for yourself and you can be that for your other. So you might become more self-sufficient actually in terms of supporting yourself when you are struggling. Nine of Wands can be struggle. Do I want to take, no, try that again. Understanding with the Two of Cups again. The Fool. Let's get one more and I might clarify the Fool on its own just because it's in reverse. Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands. So for me, okay, so now I know why the Fool is in reverse. I'll get one clarifier for it actually, but I kind of know what it is. I feel like it's that spark. Why does that come out in reverse? I'm going to take that apart. I think I'd put it back in the deck in reverse actually. It's turning things around, isn't it? It's where it feels like getting that spark back, these cards here, whether it is you getting your spark back or someone else getting your spark back, because the Fool upright, it's where you've got an open mind, you're kind of ready to take on the world, you're ready to do anything. Obviously, if you've been through any kind of trauma or difficulties, it kind of dims your light a bit and just wears you out. But it's wanting to turn that around by addressing whatever needs to be addressed. It's turning that around again, whether it's someone helping, supporting, understanding you to do that, or you're offering that. The Ace of Wands is the spark, and then the Seven of Wands, it's like, I was going to say it when I saw that, what tried to come out, the Knight of Wands, it's that having that fighting spirit again, you know, and you're able to stand up for yourself again and stand up for your life and do what you want to do, and you know what I mean, overcome all the stresses. I mean, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, there's the Knight of Wands again actually, and yeah, Six of Wands is under it. That's that fighting spirit. Queen of Pentacles, Empress on the bottom, those are those nurturing energies again, that know their sense of self-worth, they know what's valuable to them. So let's look at the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, it's future energy. So I still stand by what I said. Look after yourself, with the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles there. Because the Tower's like disruption and it's very sudden, isn't it? And the Nine of Pentacles can be stability, abundance. It's Pentacles, so it could represent health. So again, look after yourself as a future warning to prevent rather than have to cure. What else came up with that? Again, as a future energy, okay, there's a couple of ways. So again, it can represent if you're training to become some sort of medical holistic advisor or spiritual advisor or something like that, it would be having that ability to help people overcome the disruptions, the traumas, etc., and get themselves back on their feet with that Nine of Pentacles. It could also be that by doing this for yourself, if you're just doing it for yourself, it means that you're more resilient and able to deal with tower moments, and that you can pick yourself back up. So let's clarify. Right, so that's like life's disappointments with that Four of Cups, isn't it? That's the times that you struggle, when you feel like giving up, when things happen. Right, Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups. I mean, the Ace of Swords, that's like your beliefs. That's the truths that that you stand by, the things that keep you going. Like, even if you do experience disappointment, sadness, feel like giving up, etc., if you've gained your truth from, you know, exploring your deeper emotions and overcoming the traumas, etc., it's like, you know, that you can always turn that around and have your sense of satisfaction and fulfillment and peace of mind is what comes to mind with that Nine of Cups. And again, I still stand by what I said. It's either for you or you giving that, offering that to others. Knight of Pentacles. I think I said before, yeah, that Knight of Pentacles can be apprenticeship energy. So it's like using what you've learned and continuing to learn from the bad experiences, the good experiences, everything, the whole experience to kind of get yourself back on your feet. Two of Swords. Let's clarify that on its own. Page of Wands. The Lovers. Okay, yeah, it's about choice. It's knowing you have a choice, that if things happen in life that are disappointing, painful, etc., again, once you have that truth that you can overcome this, you know that you have the choice, that if anything goes wrong, you can start again. You know, you can, because both the Lovers, the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords can be choice. Tap into that vulnerable side of yourself and explore what you're feeling, explore what you want, and you know, you have the choice to overcome all of it. So let's look at that Queen of Cups. I mean, first and foremost, it's just a very nurturing energy, whether it's an empathy, that whole empathy thing is still there for me, because that's important in this. Be empathetic to yourself first and foremost, and you can be empathetic to others as well. I mean, obviously have your boundaries, which is normally what often what the Queen of Swords and King of Swords would show up as for me, but they don't feel like boundaries here. They feel more like the advisory, supportive energies. But yeah, Queen of Cups, empathy. What else do we need to know about that Queen of Cups? So we have the Knight of Cups. Compassion. I can't remember what reading it was. It might have been one of the pick a card readings I did, and I remembered, like, I've been doing tarot for ages, and in that reading it was like, oh yeah, the Knight of Cups can be, it was an Aquarius reading actually. I was like, the Knight of Cups can be compassion. I forgot about that. I feel like I've read it in tarot books, and it's just one of those meanings that you completely forget. You have other meanings for the card, like for me it's often about pursuing your dreams, etc., and I forgot it can be compassion as well. So yeah, empathy, compassion. The Queen of Pentacles, I mean, support, self-worth, that sort of thing. She would be compassionate as well and nurturing. You've got the Hermit. Again, that's where you do that inner exploration. If anything happens in life that you feel is disappointing, you get hurt, etc., it's sort of, not to say that you don't acknowledge the pain, yep, address that, let that happen, let that come up, deal with that, but then do the whole exploration of that, of dealing with that and remembering what you've learned and continuing to learn on your journey as well, of how to turn things around and make things fair for you and to bring the balance back into your life. I'm going to try that again. I mean, actually, no, I'll take them. For me, this is about learning. Again, learning. It's like if you may have already learned from life's disappointments and the fears and doubts and all the negative stuff, but it's continuing, like always having that beginner mindset and open mind. Like, I've learned this, okay, I've mastered that part or that thing, but there's always room to learn. There's always more to learn. It's like, I don't know everything now just because I've overcome that. There's still more to learn. So yeah, empathy and being very tapped into your emotions, and again, whether this is just for yourself or you helping others. So I really like this reading, Cancer. I'm not giving you favoritism or anything like that, but this is my favorite so far that I've recorded out of the 3 that I've done so far. So let's get you a final message from Black Moon Lilith Cosmic Alchemy Oracle, that big mouthful. I need to just say Black Moon Lilith Oracle instead. Make my life easier, but I like saying the whole thing. As you may have figured, I'm a long-winded person, so yeah. Right, so the final guidance for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. Almost. Ooh, I like that. You know what? I wasn't going to read 2 messages, but I really actually like the 2 that have come out for you. And I think they're very relevant. So yes, I'm sorry. You are kind of getting, not favoritism, but it feels relevant. And if it happens to any other signs, I will do it as well. So you've got conjunction, becoming whole again. And you have separation, division and integration. So obviously I can't remember the messages off by heart, but they do ring a bell and I think they'll be relevant. So let's look at conjunction first of all. And they're actually next to each other in the book. So it says, there is a glimmering light at the end of the tunnel. You've burned down old realities, sat in the darkness of your soul. Yep, this is this message. Sat in the darkness of your soul and cut difficult attachments. Alchemy is a heavy process, and when you receive the conjunction oracle card in a reading, it's a sign of healing and re-identification of who you are. You're stepping into who you are meant to be in this lifetime, but you can still hear the voice of imposter syndrome in the back of your mind. The oracle wants you to remember who you are when you are not feeling comfortable in this new skin. Practice. Conjunction is like hopping onto a bike for the first time. You may be wobbly and feel self-conscious, but once you master this new way of moving, you will be unstoppable. This is the 4th stage in alchemy, incorporating the element earth, an esoteric symbol for reality, the senses, structure and stability. Associated with Venus, the planet of harmony, this is where the physical, emotional and energetic worlds collide, and when your new identity is transmuted into this reality. The alchemist picks up the pieces, takes the ideal material from the previous transformative stages and puts them back together as an enlightened whole. This is where you start to physically embody your true self, but there is still hesitation. Muster the strength to work through the discomfort of this new reality, or else you will find yourself back at step 1. Conjunction phase shadow work. Positive affirmations are helpful in the moments when you feel unsure of who you are. Add them as reminders on your computer or phone, or jot them on sticky notes and place them where they are most visible to help raise your vibration during the day. It's time to embody your true self. You are empowering and accepting yourself. So I will just say, positive affirmations are fantastic, but the affirmations alone won't do anything. You know, you have to believe in them as well, and do that internal investigation of yourself too, and address everything. Right, so separation. The separation card says, division and integration. Real and raw honesty with yourself is needed right now. When the separation oracle card comes up, you have important decisions to make. When you go through internal growth, your external must also shift. The separation phase in alchemy is like finding the courage to let go of a draining contract, finally taking the next step in a project, or stopping harmful habits. This is accepting a new love into your life that may not be your typical type, but it's for your highest good. You've gained clarity, and now is the time to choose yourself first. Cutting ties of discord. Those who are meant to come along on the ride will accept the new version of yourself that you are stepping into. This is the 3rd stage of the alchemical magnum opus that cleanses the soul through the mystical element of air and is associated with Mars, the planet of action. In esoteric symbolism and modern tarot, air is associated with swords which actively cut and sever to effect change. In alchemy, separation is the cleansing of matter through the process of cutting or separating. After this stage, you are left with the parts of yourself that you want to keep and can continue with on your ascension path. While it can feel painful to let go, lightening your load is necessary for your healing journey. Separation phase shadow work. Writing is a powerful form of inner work in alchemy. Take time to relax in a private space with a pen and journal. Separate the page into 2 columns labeled yes and no. Decide what actions, people, situations and thoughts are aligned with your inner self, and add those to the yes column, and put what is not aligned in the no column. After meditate on your thoughts. The answer to your question lies within. It's time to identify what in your life no longer aligns and what belongs in the world, the new world you are creating. I have nothing else to add to that. I think it explained everything well. So thank you for watching. Feel free to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. If you want a personal reading, see the description box. So again, I'll say Happy New Year and thanks for watching.